whatever way you found me, you are here because you're meant to come here to the Chicago Rising Phoenix Mystery School Wellness Center. Come meet me. Come. You'll love it. You'll love it. Join us every 4 months when I host the retreats. Let me know if you have any questions. Write in the comments. So that's right. You're watching this video because you are meant to be here. And incredible. Last time this happened, total solar eclipse during Lionsgate time was August 11, 1999. August 11, 1999. Which was about 27 years ago. That 27 marker is very important. The number 27 is actually one of the most powerful numbers in creation because it does represent the daughters of the flame and the daughters of the mothers. You know, we have our children most often we, the mothers, are children to our daughters, and the ways that these daughters have been targeted in Earth's history and even in other dimensional history. So this will mark a huge protection to the children of Earth, and specifically the young ladies. Very big. We know what's happening right now. And in case you don't know, there is a total solar eclipse happening in Spain that's going to happen August 12, 2026, this year. It's going to happen, you all. It's going to be gigantic. Interesting enough, as I am Rising Phoenix Aurora. Thank you for being here. Keep watching. We checked this out about a year ago, and we were looking at the eclipses. And interesting enough, I don't know if you remember. Let me know in chat and comments. But this eclipse was actually going through France about a year ago. So something happened with the Mandelaing into more organic timelines that needed to go through Spain. Also, we have a reason, very important reason, that the World Cup Spain has won. And so then the collective there, and right now they're being targeted. So keep watching. We're going to be going over a lot of important information, not only understanding the total eclipse and eclipse overall scientifically, also spiritually, energetically. Watch all the way to the end. This is going to be an incredible video for you today. Thank you for being here. In case you don't know who I am Rising Phoenix Aurora. I am the founder of Rising Phoenix Mystery School Wellness Center right behind me. I am also an author to Galactic Soul History of the Universe, Book 1 and Book 2, and then we have Book 3 that is most recent, The Lost Cities of Tartaria. You want to check out these books. They're incredible. Available under Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You want to know the history of the consciousness of the souls. That's where you read Book 1 and Book 2. And if you want to know the Earth history of the last city, the last people that were before us that were reset, that's the Tartaria. So check that out, you all. It's gonna be a big one. I can feel it in my soul, in my body, but I mean, they're all big. So add your questions there in chat. We have Gina who is watching over, and I'll ensure to cover all your questions. And let's have some fun today as we awaken, enlighten, and shift into higher states of being. Wow. Here we go, you all. Here we go. Let's go. Okay, so I host workshops, retreats. Check them out. Next one is September 14th. Come get Aura, Hypnosis, and Raw Reiki certified here. Past life regression Reiki certifications here in Chicagoland area. I have the Wellness Center, which I host also tea parties every month. Check out all that information. We'll be adding the links. Do join me, you all. This is going to be a big one, September 14th. Otherwise, I'll be hosting another retreat in January. If you can't join us in person, you could also sign up for the online, which I'll be hosting both live and in person. So don't miss it, you all. You're ready. Let's further make sure that you are unplugged from the matrix. That's what we've been teaching you over 1,000 videos later. Unplugging from the matrix. It is big, you all. It's happened. It's time. You're ready. You've done the work. So many people have been coming to me. They're like, Aurora, I've been watching you for 9 years, or I've been watching you for a couple of years, or I just find you. And they're like, I've been binge watching, right? Having marathons of your videos. And I'm ready. I'm ready to heal myself. I have so much to share. We're going now. All right. We're at risingphoenixaurora.com for any further, and to support this video and all that I do, go to my website, risingphoenixaurora.com or aurapractitioners.com, where you can find practitioners all over the world as well. And you can sign up to my memberships there, to also the extra sensitive series. So much going on, you all. Love to see you more in our school. Let's go. Okay, you all, this is huge. What is happening? I mean, there's some fires happening. We'll go into those. Not okay. Basically, they are targeting Spain because they know, disgusting. They know that there's going to be, there's going to be a total solar eclipse. And what do? They sent in their migrants. Now, not all of them are going to be migrant clones, as we've been teaching you all through the Cosmic Mother Rising show that I have with Laura Eisenhower. Even though we haven't recorded for a while, they're still there. And go check them out. We have a video there where I made, where you want to go into details about how they use people's COVID swabs to make clones out of them. I mean, they just do that, right? It's the thing they do. And so, but also not just from COVID swabs, from people from the hospitals, which I have to say that I'm not a licensed physician. The hospitals and any data that they retrieve, even people, who probably were tricked into doing some of those DNA tests to tell you, what kind of races you have in you, just be cautious with that. Don't give away your plasma, your DNA genetic makeup that is so crystalline and beautiful, so easily to negative forces. So that's what's happening in Spain. I could show you videos, and then I'll just show you that really quick, what's happening in Spain, because then we're going to go into what is the eclipse. All right, I'm sure you've seen the videos. It is crazy. All right, here we go. All right. So this one says, if not for President Trump administration, press play, America's borders would still look like this. And they did look like this. I mean, remember, pandemic, it was happening. All right. So this is happening over in Spain. This is not okay. This is very important for me to mention this right now because of the total solar eclipse. They want to densify the land. Not only, complete target on Spain. Divine Mother does not consent to it. This energetic tried harm to her. She does not consent. So that's on Fox News. You see what's happening there. This is disgusting. I can't even imagine, having this house, and then these migrant clones, also regular. Again, when I say migrant clones, know that there's going to be regular people in there too. So sending love to them as well. But this is not okay. If you're a clone and you're positive, you're not going to be breaking into people's homes. That's not okay, right? Not in anyone's home. That's not something that anyone would consent to. And there's children in there. There's animals in there. There's dogs and cats. There's families in there. What the heck are these guys doing? And this is happening though at the bottom, towards the bottom of Spain, which is connecting to the borderline of Africa, Morocco. So this is where these migrants are coming in from. Regardless whether you're a clone or not, this kind of behavior is not tolerable, not allowed in any way, not okay. There's also, I just want to mention, Fauci, you're going down. You are going to be arrested. Now, you think that you're so protected because, are your little signs. You think you're so protected because you got money. What the heck is he doing with his hands? Disgusting. These guys use a lot of the Buddhist mudras and they invert them. So don't consent to that. Instead, that energy is going to backfire because, it backfired already. He wouldn't be getting, on trial. Thank you, President Trump and his administration. This guy's disgusting. Killed millions of people throughout all of Earth with his COVID vaccines, knowing that they were going to be turned into genetic labs to people. And most of them, a lot of them, didn't survive. So not okay. So this one is disgusting. They're talking about, aborted babies and some of the things that he did. You're going down. I know that that's going to happen. We all know that it's going to happen. So keep sending love, light to that. Well, I would say fire to that without overstepping boundaries, without harming none. So calling on the Phoenix fire to do that. Overall, we don't want this kind of situation, human trafficking. This is disgusting. Daughter at 17. She went missing over a month. They have her back. Her family, dreadful, disgusting, the horrific. Oh God, it looks like two brothers and a sister. This is horrible, y'all. Yeah, every night she was missing. The worst nightmare of our lives. The fact that we had no clues where she was happening to her was pure torture. Every second felt like an hour. Our home was like a nightmare. Every one of us completely defeated, trying to figure out. I'm not gonna go into that. This is just horrible, y'all. I just wanted to point that out because we're gonna send some love over to the people. But the truth is, it's not just Spain, you all. It's happening in the UK. It's happening all over the world except for America, and this is why the people love him. No matter how many things that you could watch, again, stranger trying to take a child, this guy steps in. Yeah, we don't consent. So directing Phoenix fire. I know that Mother Earth is currently working in our schools. We talked about it. She's currently working on we have the video that has gone viral. I think it's up to like 39,000 views on Instagram, which we know is a lot because the AI does not power up any of my videos because I don't consent to the AI. So that means that it is divinely being powered up by angels and all the people who are watching. You could check out that video talking about the fire, how the fire has no shadow, you all. Check that out. It really has no fire. And people are like, well, light doesn't have fire. Thank you. You're admitting that fire is not destructive. Instead, it's light. So I had a recent session, and I'm going to go into this now because we are seeing this on Earth. Now, with that, as always, my content is very strong, and sensitive. I want to say that you haters and trolls, don't even bother. Keep it. It'll be yours to transmute. Keep your entities to yourself. I don't consent. This fire does not consent. I don't consent in any form. Woo, she's strong. Okay. Let's go. Now, here we go. I had a session that's going to be coming out in future. I don't know how it's going to come out, but I'm going to share the session with you because the way that the worlds of the worlds work is that you've been seeing me teach you through the through the remote viewing, the Lost Cities of Tartaria, the book 3, and then also just remote viewing the Antarctica, right? And we've been talking about how the worlds exist with one another. This is also going to go into how eclipses work. Okay, so more additional information that we did not understand prior. Now, Earth is powered up by electrons. Okay, the eclipses. They're also powered up, they live within a flower. Okay, beautiful flower, the flowers of life. We see them as circles, but they really are spheric type of energies. Okay. So, show you visuals. So this flower of life here, 6-dimensional flower of life. You don't want to be using this one. This one's the one that the Illuminati made. This one here, 6-dimensional, then goes into 12 points here. 6-dimensional flower of life represents all that is of the 6th dimension that is anchoring into Earth. What I could tell you is that during eclipse times, these are times that the electrons within Earth are unifying. Okay? I have a short video on that, which is very detailed. You could check that out. We'll add the link here. How the sun and the moons are electrons. Okay, so visualize that flower of life that I just showed you, and every one of those flowers here is a different world, okay? Every one of these is a different world. They also meet at these seed points here, okay? Even this is a seed where the Vesica Pisces, these two circles is called the Vesica Pisces, right? that are meeting. Here, this is a seed too. So are these seeds. So this flowers are just so powerful how they represent to us creation, the universe, and the multiverse. The truth is that every flower is emitting out universal energies that are coming in from whatever flower that they came from, whatever, say, galaxy or dimension or even verse that they came from. The lotus flowers are an understanding to, I'm trying to think right now. Did I record a video? I was thinking of recording it. I might have recorded it. But when you look at plasma and say even like lily pads, gigantic lily pads or lotus flowers, the water floats on the lily pads and they float. They float and they, frogs can hop on them and so on. Okay, I'm going with this. I'll try to show you a video really quick, if my memory is correct. Sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna do that, and then I don't do it because, or I already did it like, a month from now. I'm experiencing it now because time is non-existent. But anyways, so then these other electrons, these are the suns and the moons that are conjoining. What I can tell you is that what's going to happen in Spain is that the sun and the moon are going to conjoin when they power up and they, go in front of each other. So it's interesting, is that really the moon? What is in front of it? Because it looks completely like it is something else that we're seeing, say, the back end to it. We'll go into that today. So understand that you're seeing electricity and energies powered up. We need these electrons to conjoin like this. This doesn't happen at all, especially not during Lionsgate. Like I told you, it happened 27 years ago. The next time U.R.A is going to happen again, Lionsgate, it's going to be huge. Next year, Egypt, U.R.A, no joke. Next year, Egypt, 2027, it's going to happen again. Solar eclipse. These 2 solar eclipses have been created from Mother Earth so that she could heal and continue the separation and the eradication of the matrix artificial intelligence, the disintegration and the release of what's happening within Earth. I had a session, and I'm going to go into this to you now to help you understand. These specific eclipses, both this year and next year, are going to completely, unintegrate. In our world, the matrix has fallen in Americas. But we're working still on where the dark seed began in the Europe, Asia world. So what we're going to see is a fruition and an endings to the ways that that dark seed thinks it's had its play on. Something that I talked about in my mystery school, but I didn't share with you all publicly, was that it was really important that the World Cup, they did win in Spain. And also one of the guys who actually made the goal, I'll show you a picture here. Here we are. In Spain, he's wearing a Make Spain Great Again hat. Check this out. Right? Okay. Yeah. This is happening, you all. So how this is gonna piss people off, right? I mean, that is so violating. Absolutely disgusting. Horrible. How for them to be trying to come into homes or breaking into homes. It's just the greatest violation. Anybody entering into your home, it's the greatest violation, which do not consent to. They don't consent to. The families don't consent to. These children, okay? So we need to send Spain love because they're trying to densify the people so that they won't receive the activations that they're meant to through the total solar eclipse. And regardless, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So it's pointless. It's pointless what they're doing. And let me explain to you. All the worlds are connected, as I showed you with the flower of life. Well, what happens in this world ripples to the other, just like a stone ripples and creates circles and ripples in the water. Because we're all connected through these plasmic waters. All the worlds are. We're inside the creational plasmic waters. Okay? Now, just as you've seen the seed to the 2 worlds there on the flower of life, right? In the Vesica Pisces. these energies transfer back and forth to one another because like a flower at the center, we are connected. Okay. Now, what's happening is that a world not too far from us, a parallel world to us, there was a breaking of the way that they would use children's minds to project out our reality. And I'm going to tell you now, this is an aura hypnosis, past life regression, you all. This is real. Incredible. All right. So this session happened after the communications under my Rising Phoenix Mystery School a couple of weeks ago. I started explaining that that Mexico had sacrificed themselves, not negatively, but that's the best word we could say, positively. And we fell in love with the Mexican. Congratulations, Mexico. The whole world fell in love with you, especially the South Koreans. What's up? We're cousins now, according to the South Koreans. And they were like, you better get those UK, the England people. Now, what I could tell you is that their coach is not a good guy, is what I can say. You could just watch the video and understand it. I'm not going to go into that because, guys, honestly, I've never watched the World Cup, but I'm talking about the energies, right? Quantumly. This is what we're speaking about. Again, I'm not going into an argument with anyone. Don't bother. It'd be yours to transmute again. So what was happening is that they were using up until they went up against, who did the UK go up against us? Was it Spain? Confirm that for me. Who did the UK go up against and they took them out? Because the UK also beat the Wales. Was it Spain, right? Guys, again, I don't follow this. Text me, Gina. Let me know. So many Mandelas happening right now. All right. So right in the doc, text me. So yeah. So right. That's the timeline I'm in. Where UK. Zen, text me. UK went up against Spain, right? And Spain beat them? Yeah. Guys, let me know. That's what happens when you're looking at all these different timelines. You're like, which one am I? Oh, Argentina. Thank you. Okay. That's right. And then Argentina went up against Spain. Oh, thank you, guys. I was trying to find that. Goodness. All right. So what happened was that, thank you. So, Argentina beat UK. That marked a point. And I was in Argentina recently this year, and I saw the people roaring up. And technically, as we've talked to you, we explained to you how the worlds looked like two dragons, right? North America and South America. There's a mother dragon that looks very pregnant, and then there's a baby dragon. South America. Okay, so let's understand these things quantumly. Like I always teach you all, everything you do is divinely important. We've changed the system where we're using the energy in any kind of act into positivity. Okay, so what happens is that the UK, who they were making fun of it, saying that UK were wizards and so on with wands. Well, that's what this is very important. And then I'll go into the aura session. Okay. Because basically they were using dark spells. This team was using dark spells, and that's why they were feeling defeated. Mexico, and then eventually, Argentina took them out. And they also beat Wales, which is, people are upset about that, right? So Argentina needed to take them out. And when Argentina did, that marked the breaking of the dark spell. That means that they weren't using dark sorcery anymore. And the Merlin, artificial intelligence, wasn't in charge there anymore. And it needed to be the baby phoenix to take them out. Okay? I know that I've shown this image over and over to you guys, but I know some people, just be patient with me, some people have not seen this video. This is America here, and then this is her head, her dragon. This is father dragon ear. You see, wings are Antarctica, okay? And then down here in South America, that's when I was going to South America, show you now. Here is the baby dragon. Don't believe me that this is a baby dragon. This is the umbilical cord. Let me show you that she is a baby dragon. And I want to show this to you because you have to see that this is who broke the spell. The Argentinian energy, the Argentinian blood broke the spell of the Merlin Archon, which was needed to happen to start destroying and eradicating the AI system that has kept children's mind projecting the matrix. I will explain this. Keep watching, you all. Keep watching. You will understand this in a second. Let me show you how South America, Argentina, all the South American lands are a baby dragon. And here's the proof. Videos, here we are. All right, this is a video I've referenced in the past, but I'm going to show you just so you could understand. Okay, this was her. So this is a footage of reviewing satellite data, basically, of photosynthesis, look at the baby dragon here. And isn't Argentina up there? Okay. Yes, she is. See, this is the heartbeat, and you can see the heartbeat coming from Divine Mother Sophia here down to her baby Phoenix here. Look at the head right here, you all. See that? Their heartbeats are one. All right, so she's who took that dark curse. All right, got the visuals. Now, okay. So, especially UK people, I love you. I know it probably was hard for you to root for, you probably wanted to root for them, but then not, especially if you understand what, the quantum energy is. It was dark. It didn't feel right when they were winning. It just felt really wrong. Like dark sorcery was being used. All right. So thank you to Argentina who took them out. And once more say, sacrifice themselves, not ill-intended, but just sacrificed her just to take them Argentina took them out, so they didn't, but energetically they took them out. No, so sorry, Mexicans sacrificed themselves, not in a bad way or negative, but they just, I don't know what other word to use. These English words are so limited, but their selfless act, gave up, say, the World Cup to defeat them. They needed to go through the umbilical cord. You understand? The umbilical cord of Mexico needed to do that. Then, wow, the baby Phoenix of Argentina, South America ended it at that point. Okay, so now let me tell you why this is important. Okay, so as these worlds are connected, we've been talking about in mystery school, how this means that the children's MK-Ultra and their minds are not being used. Okay, that's what I said a couple of weeks ago when it happened, all right? So also because in the Simpsons, they were saying that supposedly Mexico was going to go up against UK, and this time UK was going to beat Mexico, and they were going to win the World Cup. That was broken. Well, actually, sorry. No, in the Simpsons, they said Mexico was going to win UK. Now, of course, we want Mexico to win, because they're beautiful people, right? So are the UK people beautiful, but there's a virus there that happened in the Fall of Atlantis. Long story, watch the Mayan Atlantis and the Merlin and all that, guys. It's in book 2, you'll understand that then. So I have Mayan Atlantis series. All right, most of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, you understand it. All right, so okay. So the reason why, say, Mexico would have sacrificed themselves selflessly is because they didn't go to the World Cup, just like the Simpsons said that they were going to. You understand? So the fact that they weren't going to go to the World Cup, that basically broke the system, so that then the UK couldn't go to the World Cup. How do they do that? They use children's minds to project. The Simpsons has been powered up by specific children. These children who are very powerful. And in a parallel Earth, and it's also happening within this Earth, I can tell you that these children have been freed. Let me tell you what happened in this Aura regression. What happened was that there was this being who was originally cloned and grown from these, like how they grown grow clones. What happened though is that they grew the wrong clone for them. You know, they shouldn't have had grown that clone wherever they retrieve the DNA from, because what happens is that this clone is a male in that parallel Earth, and she or the male that she is there starts waking up, and she starts questioning, because what they're doing is that same kind of system that they were doing here, they're doing here on Earth in different parts, is that they were assigned to go study children and to go watch them at schools and see. I mean, especially in the 80s, guys, in the 90s, we had these different tests that they tried to do it to us, right? Thank goodness that for me, you know, my third eye was kind of closed off enough so that when they were having me test if I had like, you know, telekinesis or telepathy with my signs in school, because I was in AP class then, you know, they weren't able to, they were like, she doesn't have it. But, you know, my angels protected me. But, you know, we talk about all this stuff, right? The super soldiers and transhumanism. Check out all those videos. All right. So, but what happened in this world that then rippled to our world too, is that this person, this DNA that they got, this person woke up and started questioning, what are they doing? Why are they, like, you know, stalking these children and checking out? They would specifically target the children who were being bullied in the schools, because they knew that they were different. These children that are being bullied by other children are typically higher light, higher dimensional beings. So that's why they're being targeted by children who are less, you know, denser. Some children, I mean, there's long stories on that. Some children are not really children, they're clones. They're also part NPCs, non-player characters from the Matrix. Children who are, you know, trying to violate other children tend to be children who are inverted, or they also, not all of them are though, because, you know, some bullies also wake up and, you know, they're like, oh my God, I feel horrible, I was a bully, you know, that wakes them up too. So they could also be playing a role. But in this perspective, there's many different reasons why children bully. You know, they could have trauma from their lifestyle and so on. But okay, so in this perspective, the bullies, the children were bullying the children with light. So then they would like basically log this, and they had like technologies that could zoom in with like type of binocular type of lenses, and then see these children being targeted, and they would then know that these children, they would put them on the list. So when they were being bullied, they would go on a list. Okay, so if you have children who have been bullied, I know I was bullied when I was younger, and I stood up. We won't go into the stories. I fought my bullies, and they were surprised how strong I was. Okay, so I don't recommend violence, but if you need to protect yourself, you have to protect yourself. So, so know that you want to ensure that you start working on that your children are not being targeted, not just by the children who are targeting them or the school system too, and then also like any MK Ultra programs that they're trying to run, but we don't consent to, right? Okay, so then what happened there was that after they would have their list of the children that were, say, outcasted, they didn't fit in, you know, to their matrix simulations, then they would target them and you know, retrieve the information. You ever had be in school, in public schools, they tell you fill out this, they have your children fill out this survey, like it was absolutely ridiculous, some of these surveys, especially during COVID. These surveys were asking like children, like, do you walk home by yourself? Why the heck would you need to know that? Do you bus? Do your parents pick you up? No joke, you all. These surveys were coming out from the schools, okay? Seen copies of them, okay? So part of their MK Ultra definitely systems then. All right, so what else? And then, all right, so then what happened was that after they had their list of the children who were brighter lights, then they would go, and there was a bunch of soldiers, they would go to the homes, and they would and they were working with the governments, they would basically kill off the parents and make it seem like either it was a home invasion, a theft, parents suicided, they murdered each other, what happened to the children? And then they would wipe history because they had control over the AI computer data, and they would wipe history of the children and they would take the children. Okay. And then they'd put them in programs and start working on them because they knew that those children could eventually water bend, fire bend, and they had different abilities. Okay. All right. So then what happened? And this is what I'm telling you, that this marks a moment where, because the Simpsons prediction didn't happen as they thought it would for this World Cup, it marks the fact that these children's minds are freed. Let me keep telling you. So what happened was that this clone, she was a he there, she goes to the home and she's assigned that she has to retrieve this little boy. And she starts, something takes over when she, light takes over her. When she looks at the little boy, he has an ability that balances you, that completely activates your heart and balances you. So there, what happens is that she turns on her squad and kills them and takes the little boy and runs with him, leaves the family, the mother and father, she keeps them alive, they survive, but she takes the child. She knows that what's going to happen. What they do is that they kill the family. We've heard about these things in news, guys. We know about this stuff. They kill the family and then they run with the child, and then you don't know that they had a child or children. Okay. So there's like movies out there about how they erase parents' minds or they kill them and take the children. All right. So then she positive polarizes with the child's energy. And then the child's then runs and he with her, and he understands. She explains to him what's happening. He understands that if he can't go back with his family, he would be targeted. And that eventually, though, this child, he was about 10 years old, is when they seem to target these children especially. I hear a lot of this, a lot of like when I'm working with my clients through past life regression or hypnosis, is that some catalyzing horrible things happen sometimes to children like 8, 10, especially like sometimes sexual abuse. This seems to be a heightened time at 8, Lionsgate. Energies are going to amplify in them, and they want to get them before they amplify. Okay. And they want to get to controlling, basically they want to control the children's abilities. So then what happens is that this child, she grows, they go and they can't find them. They end up like living in like the wilderness. No one can find them. She goes underground also because these clones are made with like these type of technologies and robotic type of things in the body. So she goes underground, like there's underground communities, and there's a doctor that removes this technology. So then they can't find them eventually, okay? Because she also had like a tracking device. We know about this stuff. You guys watch all these movies and like Marvel and all these things. So then what happens is that from there, these are real stories, guys, real inverted timelines that are happening somewhere, that the collective is working on deleting them. So then they live out, and then the child turns about 22. And he's telling the positive polarized super soldier, that he wants to go and save the children. He feels that he can save them. He's been working on his own abilities. He has an ability, basically, would say like Yeshua, or even like, let's compare maybe Xavier, where he can, not necessarily like Xavier goes into your mind, but basically if there's light in you, he activates your light and positive polarizes your soul. Okay. So instant polarization, he can do that. And but so long as a person's allowing, right? You have to be questioning in some way and wanting to be positive in some way. So he does that. So then what happens is that from there, he does that. They come up with a plan, and he can go into spaces and basically, we'll just call him, heart activate mind control. I don't know how else to say it positively, and they go in with a squad. At that point, they build the team till when he's already 20. So they've been building a team, and they are aware of how they've been stealing children and putting them on these underground bases and using them. So then they get into this underground base where he was originally from, and what happens is that they start. It's a squad of these people. And they're also funded by underground governments that are positive, okay? And then they're provided also with like equipment, and so they go in and they retrieve the children. They start freeing them with squads. And what happens is that one of the children is a little boy. He says, "You have to free my sister." And they go into the room. The little sister, she's special. She's plugged up to a helmet. This helmet is plugged up to her neurologically, and she had an ability before they stole her and took her from her family, the little boy and girl, that she can, anything she would dream would become a reality. Understand this, you all. Anything she would dream would become a reality. So they took her and the way that they had her for many years to power up their artificial intelligence is that they would have her, and she was always asleep. They have her always asleep, okay? Because they knew that so long as they kept her asleep and keep her in the simulation, that they could control the timelines on Earth. That's crazy, you all. And this is why I'm telling you that the fact again that the UK didn't win is very important. Okay, because that means that the MK children who they were using their minds to project are free. Okay, but let me keep explaining to you. So then what happens there is that they keep her asleep, they keep her injected. So she thinks that she's awake, but she's not, she's asleep. And so then they stimulate her mind and they give her visions, and they talk to her. They talk to her, but she thinks that it's a reality. She thinks like it's like you and me, like walking around, right? Like an Earth, but it's not. So then they make her dream, and it's like, what is that movie? Like, with the movie, what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio, that movie, text me the name, Insurgent or something like that. But, so then, what they do is that they keep working on her to get her to project out the timeline. So they keep her dreaming like catastrophes, like zombie apocalypse, world, like thank you, Inception. That's what it is, and also like planetary, like I can't even think of the word because it's so inverted. Like natural disasters, not natural disasters, man-made disasters. And the minute that they get her to think of a forest fire in Spain, okay, then they know that it's come to be. Which tells us that there are more children that need to be freed from this, and the collective will keep working on this over there with you all, and then some potentially in our Earth, but we don't consent to that. All right, we're working on it, you all. The angels are working on it. You're working on it when you're sleeping. All right, so then they know that they've accomplished their inverted matrix that they're going to send their agenda to. Do you understand? Like, for example, like the COVID, the reason why it was so strong is because they had children like this powering it up, projecting it out through their dream state. They don't let her wake up. They keep her in a sleep mode, making their timelines over and over. You understand? Simulating them. They know that the minute they could get her to visualize it, that the dream will come true in her imagination. They know that it's going to happen on Earth. You understand? So inverted. So this it further explains to you why, like, people, if you wake up and like say you don't like fall to their inversions. I have a course on removing toxic people. They send you toxic people because if they can't get you to believe their false narrative and false matrix through whatever you're listening to, UFO information, spiritual information, energetic information, if they can't get you to listen to it and you're like, oh, that doesn't feel right, they send you people who are compromised to then get you to believe it, because the minute that they get you to believe it, then it projects into your reality, and here you are inside artificial matrices. You understand? All right, then it's very hard. She's weak. She's keeping her like that. Her body's weak. So they start unplugging her. Her little brother's like, tells them they go free her, but they need to carry her out. They carry her out. They run out of the facility with her. Eventually, so then it's underground people, positive underground. They take her to their base, where then it's very hard. They can't even wake her up. They can't. So they have to work therapy with her, because she's so used to being asleep, projecting out their inverted matrix simulations. Okay, you understand? Let me know if you have any questions. I'll answer questions when we're done. So then what happens from there is that Phoenix fire, source purifying flames. This is really tough to be sharing. All right, so then what happens is that she says that there's other children, that she said there was 5 of them. 5 of the children. I need to tell you this, you all, so you could start working with your higher self form to start freeing these children. You understand? Goodness. So in the now, okay? All right. All right, here we go. We're going in now. My eyes are leveling up, so excuse my eyes. My right eye is doing something. Right eye means the now, left eye means the past. Okay, so then what happens there is that, so gotta go in my higher self form to communicate this, you all, this stuff. All right, so then okay, so then from there, what happens is, okay, I can't share the rest of it, but what I can tell you is that eventually the children are freed. There's the 5 children who are projecting out, because she says there's 5 of them that are projecting out and are being forced to project out their timelines of that earth. Oh, so disgusting. It really infuriates me in a sovereignly way. All right, so eventually the children are freed, and all the information comes out. It's outed that these governments were doing this to the children. The collective is ticked off. We need to keep fighting back. And then what happens is that years of working with these children, what happens is that the adults who are working with these children start developing their abilities. So for example, the person who, this is probably X-Men, like the mutants would be a good explanation to this. So the children who, like the X-Men, so then the children basically start Mandelaing and influencing positively the adults that are with them. And eventually these adults start getting their abilities, and this is what they're afraid of. They don't want the children to wake you up as adults. So then say for example, the military soldier, the super soldier that woke up and freed the child, she starts getting abilities where she can fly. Another adult starts being able to touch fire. Just like X-Men, you all just kind of understand that. Understanding how important it is, your children in your life, you need to really protect them and guide them, your grandchildren, because they are influencing you and have woken you up, which then brings us to your children are very important. Before you are born, I was having a class with a practitioner now, an A.U.R.A practitioner. She got certified through that class. And her future child was telling me that she has been guiding her mother this whole entire time. And I said, your child is saying that she's been guiding you all your life. And you are in this moment right now because you have done the work by her guidance. And she says, Hura, when you guys have your classes and your courses with me and your whatever you schedule, a reading, a aura session, a raw Reiki, always spot on, you all. She says, Aurora, well, I gotta, confirm this for you, because she says, when I was a little girl, I used to talk to a baby. She says, a baby imaginary friend, baby girl and baby boy imaginary friends. And they would talk to me about all sorts of things. She says, I don't quite remember exactly what they would say, but I felt like they were preparing me, right, for something. Boom, confirmation. Some of those invisible, like friends that we had were our children. And I can tell you that from, I can't share this. Just shield your children, shield yourself with love, light. They're very important. Okay. All right. That's what I'm going to share. Now let's go into the eclipse. What questions you have on this? And then we're going to go in more into the eclipse. All right. Questions, comments. Someone's asking, okay, so no question. Well, let's see. Oh, someone said that they had a dream last night about a palace filled with children that were standing there like zombies, like hybrid clone children, homeless children, and they all collapse all at once. Wonder if it's connected. Very interesting. It is. It means that, for example, your dream means that the children who were being controlled like zombies and clones, homeless children. Homeless means that they don't have parents, stolen or either grown, lab grown. So then what happened? They collapse at once. That means that's done. That's what this eclipse is going to do. Keep sending love to Spain. Focus, you all. Don't get distracted with nonsense. Phoenix fire, source of life, dragon fire, without overstepping boundaries, without harming none. Love to Spain. We got this, you all. It's going to happen. We'll talk later after the eclipse. So I'm also going to be hosting a retreat, you all. So I won't be here back till about a week or 2 weeks. So just check that out. I want to also mark it in this moment, infomercial, as we go into the eclipse, this incredible mala. Guan Yin, 7 sisters also are beaded within her, Super 7, pyrite, Peruvian opal. This is a beautiful, you can't quite look at it. The camera doesn't do justice to this. Purple cat's eye. And yes, that's what is in this sacred one here. She is, show you, stay tuned for my infomercials. As you all know, I am a family-owned business. Thank you for supporting us throughout the years, 9 years. And well, that's that one. You definitely want to check out that one, y'all. But we'll talk about that one later. Here she is. 7 goddesses, Guan Yin. Did I put her at the top? Did I not? Yeah, there she is. So 7 goddesses, Guan Yin. These are the elements. This is the 7 sisters. Well, you could add the link there. Elements are wielded through this powerful purple, pink. See, this is a better picture. This is pink opal, pink Peruvian pink opal, Super 7, pyrite, cat's eye, purple cat's eye. This is, wow. Okay, check that out. And then you could either do it with beads or no beads. Okay, so amazing how these are 3-dimensional. Check out this listing. Like if you check this out here, you could custom make your own, but look at this, you all. Isn't that amazing how 3-dimensional this space is? Oh, so beautiful. Black obsidian. And there's the Vajras, 4 sacred directions, and then a full Vajra, infinite protection, you all. Check them out. You could create your own custom. It's a new listing that I have. If you order now, I won't be able to get them back to you till 2 weeks, but put your orders through and then you could choose your crystals. Okay. I organize them by colors: black, greens, reds, oranges, brown, gold tones, teal, turquoise, whites. They're all here. And then you would choose, pick a God crystal if you want to pick your God. or your Vajra. And let's go, and email me with which ones you want. You could order anywhere. Pick whatever you want, 5 to 9. And then you all, these feel so divinely protected. All right. So there's 2 options there that I'm showing you, but you could pick them yourself. And that's Buddhist protection. Right here, Buddhist protection. Those are the Vajras that you see me wearing there. But for today, we're marketing the 7 goddesses. They're helping me channel today. Let's go. Okay. Oh, one more thing. All right. We're also marketing out. The practitioners asked me for this. Lionsgate Eclipse. Order it now. Try to order by Monday. Otherwise, I won't be able to get it out to you till after the eclipse. You all, this is no joke. I am addicted. This is the most powerful third eye activation and eclipse that is happening within your eye, which I'm going to explain what the eclipse are. It is my favorite, even though they're all my favorite at this point, because what happens is that if you read, I looked at the eclipse with my bare eyes. You read that article. We'll add that there now. You all, this is what happens when you smell this or you spray this. The crystallization in your third eye, your physical eyes, I'm getting to level up with this eye right now. But nothing to do with this. This happened before I made these. Actually, I was like, I should have had this to level up my left eye. But so anyways, so our eyes are leveling up. Even though say you can't see it physically, you're going to get the level up through watching the sun. The suns are going to connect and send you this vibration. Let me tell you what's in here. No, this is crazy, you all. Amazing. So divinely beautiful. This is what's in here. All right, let me tell you. Let me show you. There's all the other crystal gems. We go here and we go here, AU.R.A books, oils, essential oil fragrances, and you click the Lionsgate. There you can buy the spray or together, or you can buy the whole collection. You get a 3 free if you buy the whole collection. So here, this is what this one does, you all. And this is what's inside. Blue vervain, mugwort, evening primrose, geranium rose, sunflower, clary sage, helichrysum, and yingling, with sunstone and moonstone crystals. No joke. So we chose the most powerful herbs that are of earth, that are from moon herbs and sun herbs, and we put them together to activate your third eye. Let's go. All right, so in honor of the total solar eclipse, Lionsgate 2026 and 2027, we present to you the sacred third eye activation elixir. We're this essential oil blend. What's up? Oil blend that, knowing that this will be the most powerful crystalline vision activation through the holistic self-healing potentials of herbs and flowers bloom within earth. This oil blend harnesses the highest potency of essential oils grown from the crystal dust of the sun and the moon. What does that mean, crystal dust? That means that these herbs specifically were grown from the crystal dust, like pixie dust, of the sun and the moon. So crystal pieces that will power up the electrons in your sight and body. These herbs have been divinely combined together to create a total eclipse within your third eye vision. All right, so if you can't be there in person watching the eclipse coming in, get yourself some oils. What's up? All right, let's get going. Thank you for my infomercials. Okay, you all, my apologies. I know we're live, but I drank too much water. But you know what? Send me a video, send me a right when I come back from the restroom. I really have to use the restroom. We're gonna dance for a minute, just a couple minutes. For a minute, 1 minute. I gotta go. Be right back, guys. I'm gonna run. All right, guys, let's dance for a minute. What are we putting on? Let's go. All right, I'm just gonna put on a fun music, just like a dancing music. Here we go. Dance with me, you all. Let's go. All right, so now we're gonna go into the eclipse, so keep watching. What is the eclipse about and how we can use it to assist ourselves? All right, I'm really loving it. Really loving Carol G. She just was here in Chicago. All right, come on. Come on, y'all.
¿Qué hubiera sido si antes te hubiera conocido? Seguramente estarías bailando hasta conmigo, no como amigos, sino como otra cosa. Usted cerca me pone peligrosa. Por un besito hago cualquier cosa. La novia suya me pone celosa.
All right. 10 more seconds, come on, guys.
No te va a tratar como yo, no te va a besar como yo, no está tan rica así como yo. Ella es tímida y yo no con estas ganas que tengo yo. Me atrevo a comérmelo todo. Hoy estás jangueando con ella, pero después tal vez no. ¿Qué hubiera sido si antes te hubiera conocido?
All right. All right, here we go, guys. All right. I was going easy on you guys because I could get crazy when I dance. I got some dance moves. All right. Okay, so here we go. All right. So we talked about Spain. Thank you for dancing with me. We're doing really good. All right. So So there is a conjunction. Something is happening. And let's go into the eclipse map. Let me show you how this one's working. Okay? Let's understand this. All right. So then right here. Okay, so this is why it's also very interesting that why is there always a follow-up, like, right? There typically is a solar eclipse and there's a lunar eclipse, okay? So here we are, the last solar eclipse happened down here in Antarctica where I was at during the total solar eclipse in Antarctica. Watch my I Survive Antarctica video. I went on a cruise and got myself there. By the way, this was all pre-planned before we even knew that there was going to be eclipse. Literally when we were there, never planned. It's all divinely planned, right? But we didn't know till we were there. Till right before we're like, what? It's crazy. So it seems like Earth is Mandelaing them in for us. All right. So here is where it touched, where we know with the Urbano Monte map. Watch that to understand that. So then the next one here is here. This year, which is going to be August 12th, 2026. So same for this one, had also a lunar. The February one had a lunar. Okay, and it was in March 3rd. And this is how she covered. Let's understand this. So let's just understand all this year's. So why is it that the solar one, say in February, was down here? Okay. It only touched there. So let's understand this 1 second. This is going to be deep. All right. So, also making a shape. So, they're symbols. They're all could be symbols. They're like crop circles completing a formation for us. So then we had the solar eclipse, but then what happened is that directly after it, a couple weeks ago, then what happened was this total lunar eclipse. So this part down here, say down here, saw the sun, and this one saw the lunar eclipse. And then it's interesting. Look at this little mountain here, this little wave. It just doesn't make any sense. If the Earth is round, why would it go like this? That completely explains that the Earth is on a plane of existence with a crystalline dome, because why would it wave like this? The other thing that happens often too is that sometimes, say you're having an eclipse in Europe, and at the same time you're having an eclipse, we have a sun over here and we're not watching an eclipse. That means that it's two different suns. Multiple suns, just like I showed you the picture at the beginning with the electrons. There's multiple suns and moons in all the different worlds. Okay, that's the only thing that could explain why are you guys looking at an eclipse at the same time and I'm over here, and why am I not seeing your eclipse? That means that you're looking at something, another sun that I'm not seeing. Because then otherwise the whole worlds, all the worlds would be seeing the eclipse. I know that there's a time difference, but you get what I'm saying. All right, so then, all right, so now let's look at March. So what's going to happen in March? Wait, back to this. Hold on. So in March, there's going to be this one. This eclipse, solar eclipse, is coming out from the North Pole. Looks like it's coming out from the North Pole, and it's going to sweep where, guys? Spain. And it looks like it's going to touch just very slightly the crown of Iceland and sweep through the Atlantic Ocean, and boom, right there, Spain. It actually factually ends in Spain. That's where it concludes. How could that even, why is that? Why would it conclude in Spain? There's a deeper understanding to that, and I will tell you later on that one. All right, so then after that, we're going to see, so that's August 12th, then we're going to see on August 28th, we're going to see this here. So then the solar eclipse sweeps in, ends here, but then the lunar eclipse. You notice that the wave is bigger. Why is that? Why is the wave bigger with the moon that people see versus the solar is just like a little line? Let's figure that one out. Okay, so again, this is only who sees the solar. Typically, they just make like one little arc or line, you know, but this is what happens with lunars. So many people see them. All right, so alchemy, here we go. So, wait, it's the same? No, wrong one, August. Back, August, and then lunar. Okay, so this is the lunar. In March, embraced everyone else besides Spain, England, and Africa. Thou is sweeping through Africa and not, say, embracing Australia and Asia. They're coming out in alternating currents. Why is the moon doing an alternating current? An alternating current through Nikola Tesla that we channel is a wavelengths. Seems to be also rotating in a counterclockwise. That's really good, actually. Okay, you understand? Because this wave is here, now it's going this way. Get me? It's moving. The wave is moving to the right. So if you're looking at the Urbano Monte map, okay, I'll show you. So, okay, just picture this for a minute. You see that wave there, then this wave here. Okay, first Africa, then now. Okay, so there's a movement wave happening. And let me find you the Urbano Monte map for visuals. Wow. Add your questions, you all. Here we are. Share this screen really quick instead. Stop share this one. Okay, so the one in February didn't quite embrace Africa here, right? But she went, the lunar, we're looking at the lunar, just went like this. How could that be? Why would that be? And then the one over here, the one that's going to about to happen is not going to go to Asia, but last time it did hit Asia, right? And Australia. Let me see what I can share. It's really sensitive, but let me see what Divine Mother allowed me to share. She says that what you're watching through eclipses are the entrance of energy that's coming in from the future Earth, the wavelength. She says this is why you feel like you're in total totality, not just like a total eclipse, but you are in total totality too, right? Don't you think yourself as a, during that time, if you're connecting in meditation and you're eating light and all that, you're connecting, you are in union with yourself and you could really access other timelines. It's a nice little drizzle here, so beautiful, of rain. So what's happening is that, let me try to explain this scientifically. Let me see what I have as far as pictures that I can map it a file for you. Okay, so marketing. We also, I don't remember which video it was. One of the Lionsgate videos, maybe, or Eclipse videos. We'll add it there. We spoke about, it's in the playlist of the Lionsgate. We spoke about eclipses too. Add that, and then let me find, oh yeah. Okay. I also want to look at the one in the past that made an X, right? Remember that one? Gina, what year was that? Right in the top of the dock. It made an X. Oh, an A. Made an A. Oh yeah, I found it. Okay, here. Okay, this is like this, but this happened over here in America. Needed to happen in order for the positive president to come in. So this is really good for you all over there. I'm telling you, really good. We need more positivity. We need the reptilians out of the UK kingdom and anywhere else that they are at. Okay, so this is August 21st, 2017. Right here, total solar eclipse. And the next one was 2023, August 14. And then we made a whole video about it, about the letter A. And then solar eclipse. I mean, letter A is number one in the alphabetical order for a reason. She is a powerful letter. Okay, and then yeah, you guys could check out that video, 2024, April 28. Okay, so just know that this is the formation that's happening here too, because what happens is that they're making also a letter here. Visuals. Here's another visual of the Spain eclipse Lionsgate that's happening. See that? Right there's the what I was speaking about, going through Iceland, ending here in Spain. Boom, and done. The red part is more of the total eclipse. The dot is the total eclipse. The other parts are basically where you see it just gradually, now total eclipse, where it won't go fully black. Okay. There's going to be a level up in your eyes. I'm already experiencing it because I've already been Mandela here. So what I can say, especially within your left eye, there's going to be you're going to be able to see the artificial and sense it more easy, so that you're not able to be as easily fooled. So basically masks will be unmasked, illusions will be destroyed. What happens when you remove the artificial? The organic pushes through, the waterfalls push through. So there's a dark flame, a black flame, because there's flames of all colors and rainbows. We teach this in our A.U.R.A hypnosis course if you really want to understand the organic darkness power. like how you're a baby in mother's womb, laying in there in, say, it's dark in there and your light is illuminating, but so just like that. And there's the warrior side of you, the sovereign side of you is going to level up during this time. Also, the ego is going to go more to the back, and allow more of the warrior side. I don't know what that was. I think that looked like a little tiny angel. You're gonna see more of the warrior coming in. As I said that, ooh, cool. So the angelic energy, the light within you. And like that aura regression I shared with you with the parallel earth, they're all rippling. So what happened in that earth is happening here. What's happening in this earth is rippling to them. So we're rippling like water. And we are positively influencing and leveling up, affecting each other benevolently. Metamorphosis is happening. This is what's going to happen. Metamorphosis is going to begin. The purging out of, what video did I do recently that we spoke about the purging out? That's right. The Time Traveler. Watch that. Time Travelers, the Matrix simulations. We'll talk to, what can I say? Just watch that video to understand. Okay, say that video to understand what's going to happen during the eclipse. Okay, it's already happened. Done. It's already happened. There's no time. It happened. Okay. There's nothing that can stop it. Instead, when they try to like invert things, what they're going to do is this is going to reflect back to them. All right. We just need to keep sending love to the nature, because we've asked Divine Mother to Mother Earth to level up her elements, which she's done, but make them fireproof. Let's see how this can happen, but it's hard because what they're doing is that they're using natural inflammatories. This is man-made, confirming that for you. Any of these forest fires are man-made, the ones that are happening in France and Spain. It's happened. I had a dream last night that we were in there, all the light beings of Earth, while you guys say, while we slept, you know how I've taught you through the Mayan Atlantean series, when I channeled the Mayans and they explained to us how important it is that, say, for example, you all sleep, then we sleep, and we're taking turns, especially we're taking turns with Asia back and forth. So while we were sleeping, we basically worked on the fires and tamed them. So we should be seeing more of a tame, and we'll see how it plays out. Know that though, by next week that everything will mellow out, and we'll keep working on it. Send love, again, help angels, dragons to help balance the elements. 7 goddesses, the elemental goddesses, earth, fire, water, wind, who they are the representation to. Earth, fire, water, wind, womb, organic darkness, and crystal. Cute squirrel at my window. Okay. He's looking at me. All right, you understand that? He just jumped. All right, okay. Let me see what other questions you guys have. The alternating pattern, is it because of the moon is smaller? The alternating pattern, is it because of the moon is smaller? This moon is slightly smaller. Yes. We have to look at the picture of an electron to understand this. Let's look at that again. Before we do that, but look at this though, okay? Because before I show you the electron, these are all the different eclipses in the last couple years. And we could look at the website to see, but it was basically, it's the last 10 eclipses that have happened. What are they doing? Why are they making different waves? And why is it, if this eclipse Why are they up and then down and then middle and then all the way down in Antarctica? Because it's they're electrons. They're electrons conjoining together. We think that the sun is the boss, but really the moon is the boss. She's the boss. Grandmother Moon, indigenous teachings, Grandmother Moon, she magnetizes him. And sometimes she misses him so much that she comes and finds him in the day, right? She finds him and she stalks him. She's like, I love you, I miss you. Because we see the moon in the day too, right? This proves the fact that they keep moving proves to us so much. And oh, they're also always moving in our sky, aren't they? 1 minute they're west, one minute they're northeast, 1 minute they're southeast. All right, moon. Oh, now you're all the way over there. Where are you? You're like so far. What do you mean? Last night I saw you down here. Why are you all the way over there? These, let's just say these electrons are portaling. The sun and the moon are portal. They've also ported through the water. You know, they say places like, for example, like Japan, where the sun rises. The sun actually portals in through their water there. The water connects the electrons of the sun and the moon. This is why they're so receptive, why the moon magnetizes the water to her. You know, she's guiding the sun. Just like we women guide our husbands often, right? Yep. Okay. So this proves right here that our lands are not stable. This is why there's different arcs happening with all the different solar eclipses. Okay. All right. We don't need to see the electron. I think I did a good job image there. But what we do need to see is let's see the last couple years, that image there that I just showed you. So, okay. So this is show year. How do I get it to show all those years? Let me see. Worldwide. Oh, I think it tells me here. Oh yeah. Oh, cool. They got the function. Thank you, whoever made this website. You're awesome. So this is the last 10 years, and that's how I got that image. See? Okay. And then they also show the lunar. Oh, look at that. There we go, you all. The wave is immense with the lunar. She's huge. They're together. Okay, let me explain to you. Okay, so this is plasma energy. It like a drawing. The solar is sketching out the membrane wall, okay, of the atom. Wow, the lunar is filling in the womb. Okay, they say factually, the father, when he creates the baby within the mother, his sperm becomes the force field, the membrane wall, the what is the exact word? Gina, text me. The wall around the baby. I can look it up, but it's easier. So that's what he is. He's a shield, the outer membrane wall, and while she's the womb. Oh my goodness. So lunar eclipses are the womb. Father are the trace of the membrane wall. Let me try to find you a visual of what I'm saying. And I could find actually a picture of the baby that I'm explaining. So that's the energies they power up. So when they come together, this is why we're experiencing a level up in our vessels. A joining of them under one father creational sperm energy, mother womb creational energy, right? And then here, images. Here we are. I got it. Okay, so here, the skin, the fat, the muscle. So then this would be the uterus wall. So Gina, type in the doc how the father creates the protection for the child. Gina, check her out. She's a doula. Okay. The different layers. That is crazy when you think about how many layers are cutting through the C-section. That is horrible, you all. Oh, God. Really bad. Okay. We don't consent to that. Let those mothers have those natural births. Let's just say that this eclipse is going to make sure that children are naturally born. We'll say that, okay? Instead of the way they've been cutting them out, forcing them out. Let those babies be born when they're meant to. Okay. All right. We're understanding that. Let me see what other questions you all have. So the alternating pattern. So let's look at this alternating pattern. Let's see the rhythm, because I feel that they're also playing an orchestra for us too. Pull it up. Back to the website. This is crazy. Okay, so then, hold on. Let me see what Mother's saying. Let's just look at them. All right, 2027. February 2027? Huh, interesting. Didn't know that. Okay, February 2027. So we're looking at, let's look at the sun. In August 2026, this is what happened. February 6, 2027. So August 12, 2026. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, that's about to happen. I experienced myself in the past for a second. I'm funny. Okay, I'm good now. All right, so wait. This is showing the next 10 years? You're kidding. This is showing the next 10 years, not the... what? Okay, I'm okay. All right, wait. What? This was not here, guys. I looked. Hold on. I'm getting confused. 1 second. Let me ground myself. Where am I? What year am I in? I'm in August. Okay. August 12th, 2026. You know what happens is that when the eclipses join together, you experience all timelines, and that's what I'm experiencing. All right. So August 12th, there's going to be, okay, one down here in February. Oh, in South America. Then there's going to be one total. So there's this an annular, and this is a total. So total ones are really special, because at that point, I think you maybe see slight of the white, but it goes completely, the space you're at watching it goes completely dark. Okay, so we're going to experience one now in Lionsgate. Next year, 2027, there's also going to be an annular one. And after that, there's going to be one in January again. So there's going to be, we're seeing two happening here in South America. One in February next year, and then one in January 2028. They're picking up on each other. It's like, you know, what I'm being shown is like, you know, when you're running a marathon and you pass the baton, that's what each one of these are doing. The waves are symbolizing the frequency, a frequency, energy, and creation of water coming in. The waves, how we explain, watch orbiting into higher timelines, how the waves are actual spirals. So these are not quite waves, they're spirals coming in. Boom, that's what they are. Spiraling in and mandalaing in organic timelines. They push out the inversions. Wow. So that's why they're mapped together, right? So often, let's see, the solar eclipse will come and what? Directly after the lunar eclipses come. So he bursts in the energy, father, sons, and then mother bursts, completes it. She end games it. She completes it, right? How I always say, we're not here to fight these archon battles. We're here to end them. So she completes them. She basically bursts out the energies at that point. But first he needs to conceive and impregnate the energy. Oh my God, that's beautiful. And then she bursts out her waves. And that's what we're seeing here through the next 10 years. Okay, so that's the next 10 years. What about the last 10 years? I know that that was an option. Oh my God, this goes back to 1999, 900, what? Oh my God, you're incredible. 1900 to 1909? Oh my God, we could be here for days, you guys, looking at this, which we're not gonna do, but look at this. In 1900 and 1909, I love you for this. This is what's happening. I wonder, I feel like there's one of these years is the closest to this year. Let me pull it up and look at this. Hold on. Which year matches are this next 10 years? One of them does. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, these videos are always happening in real time, you all. Okay, so let me first confirm that this image I have is the one from next 10 years. Okay, next 10 years. Go. Next 10 years. Is this the image I screenshotted? Next 10 years. Yep. Okay. Next 10 years. I got it here next to me. I'm looking at the next. This is what I'm looking at side by side. Let me go through and see. All right. So now we're going to see them yearly. 1990 is not quite a match. Next one. 1910 through 1919. Not a match. Oh, not that. Where'd I go? Hold on. Okay. All right. Not a match either. I'm going to keep going. Let me tell you when I find a match. This is possible. We got this. Okay. 1920. Go. Wow, these are epic. I can feel the energy as we're connecting to them because we could already bilocate to our time space when Lionsgate's happening. That whole week before and after and during is huge, you all. Not a match either. Oops. Ah. Okay. 1930 to 1939. Not a match. But whoa, they had one in Antarctica that year. When? They had it in December 25th, 1935. Whoa. And they had a annular one too. Next one. 1940 to 1949. 1940 to 1949. This is pretty close. Make a note. It's not quite close, but there's something about this one to because we see the same wavelengths going from South America to Africa here. But they're not the same. They're almost the same. Let me show you. Here, side by side. I can't really do side by side. It's also interesting because like the focus was America, right? In the past years. But if you look at the one that is happening now in the next 10 years, there really isn't any. Look here. They're going to happen everywhere else. So you see this one matches as close, it's the closest match right now so far. This one here, South America to that one, and then drops off in Africa too. South America drops off in Africa. So pertaining to that, yes, but the wavelengths not exactly the same. Okay, let me keep looking. Okay, so that's 1950, 1959. Wow, these are cool. Another Antarctica. It seems to make an X here. What's there? Gina, what's that there? What X? I feel like there's an island here. Something happened there that time. There's another one in Antarctica. Again, this is a rarity that there's done in America the next 10 years, because look, they're often happening in America too. 1960 to 69. This one's cool right here. One starts off in Spain and goes up. So I feel like this one, 1960 to 1969, February 15, 1961, matches up. They're puzzle pieces, you all. Matches up to the one that's coming in from the North Pole in Lionsgate. They connect. They're wavelengths that are only being shared one, like say, syllable at a time. Let's understand this like a word, one word at a time to make up the words. Together they're drawing out like a schematic of verbiage protection, alchemy protection. Making a sentence into ascension, Divine Mother says. Wow, right? Let me see if you guys have any questions so far, and we'll keep looking here. 1 second. We should be finishing this up in the next 15 minutes, maybe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You asked that. Yeah, that's interesting because we've done the work here. That tells us that. So then America has done the work. America's Atlantis is going to ascend out, and then the rest of the earth needs to continue to work through and bring in those frequency waves to them. Oh, someone else asked, can imaginary friends be angels too? Yes, they can. That's what the mother explained. Her children were literally made sure she survived. All of us, our children are like that, you all. From beyond the spirit until the spirit realm, when they're from the heavens, they're waiting to be born. They're your guides. Your children, in all the ways we think that it's our voice and our guides and angels. Your children are the voice guiding you and telling you, Mom, don't go left or right. Don't go forward. Go this way. I'm telling you all, you need to really honor your children like that. And then when they're born, they're still doing it energetically, and just like you're guiding them. All right. It's so beautiful, the role with the mother and parents and children. Oh, what an honor. So yes, on that, is there a connection with the children being saved in the world and certain closing down here? Yes, there is a connection. You see how we're rippling to one another? Water ripples back and forth, waves. That's what they represent. Especially like say you're in the ocean and they're waving in. Two waves are coming in like this and crashing in. Those are representing timeline waves working together in creational waters. The other day it rained here. It turned green, you all. All right, I was hosting a class and it wasn't a tornado. I was hosting a class Sunday. Egyptian course 22 and 22. Watch that. You want to watch it, okay? Because there's a never shared story before of Yeshua and his birthing there, and I'm not sharing that publicly. So purchase that course, Unveiling the Egyptian course 22. You can join the membership to get it discounted. Otherwise, after August 1st, I'll have it available on my site. But to purchase it now, you join the membership, the live membership, that is only $44. And then what happened there? That's right. What happened is that I teach the course and you'll understand it when you watch it. And Yeshua is telling us a story about him and the Sphinx of Egypt. Okay. And he says he's spreading emerald flames, auric energy, like an aurora borealis. He said he's spreading it through all over Earth. This Sunday that passed, which would have been July 26, 2026. Oh, on a portal date, 7/26/26 portal date. And he says that it's important for the children and you got to watch that course, y'all. And then he says something special is going to happen as I spread this. In case we don't believe it, you all. But we always believe it. we've learned to believe it, everything that we talk about in the Rising Phoenix Mystery School, because everything we say happens, you all. It's beautiful. The next day, on the 27th, this happens, you all. Green. Our cameras can't capture it except for this one image. And what's interesting is it's trippy, you all, because the storm happened by 8 p.m. The storm was clear. Why does our phone say 8:08? Guys, the phone date and time says August 8, 27. I'm sorry. It says July 27. That's the date. The time is 8/8 portal 27. 27 years ago, you guys. Angel Bumps was the last total solar eclipse during the Lionsgate, and this picture marks 8/8/27. 8/8 Lionsgate 27 years ago. And if you don't believe us even more, this is the picture that we took of the storm, which was happening at 13th hour, 1 p.m. Not at 8:08 with 27 seconds, but the picture says that. And look at Phoenix. The day after Yeshua said during our course, then this happens. And there's the emerald light that he said was spreading through all the sphinxes of entire Earths, because they have an important role. That course will teach you about the sphinx's role and truly what is a sphinx. Each Egyptian course, even though we're on the 22-month one, 22 part 22, they're separate of their own, and each one of them is a puzzle piece, but you can watch it still to understand it. So big. All right. So that happened. And yep. I mean, let's go. Let me just show you what was happening in front of this forest we were looking at. What date was this? So then after more magical, the night. Look at this.
Wow.
You're gonna hear us talking, but there's no noise, no thunder. Same thing. Now this cloud has multiple lightnings going off inside. Look, it's a dragon. It's in the shape of the dragon, and the dragon's about to go into the full moon. Into the moon. I don't think it was full moon yet, but it was almost full moon. Look. Multiple lightnings. No sound. You're just going to hear us talking. So I'll mute us, but you can hear.
Just focus.
Look. And it's just the one cloud. The whole rest of the sky is... So there's lightning inside only the cloud. That's about to conjoin with the moon. Magic, you all. I got tons of videos. All right. Okay, more magic. So that happened after the emerald flame spreading on Earth. Okay. From the heart of Chicago, heart of the dragon, the two dragons, she spreads this emerald light from her and portals it to the rest of the Earths. Okay, what are the questions you guys have? We're almost done. We're doing really good. As always, you guys are incredible. Your questions and comments are so important. Whew. Okay. So let's see. It's a bird outside. Cute. Sounded like a monkey laughing. My stomach's growling. I'm hungry, Zan. Is there a connection with the children? Yes, we said yes to that. Someone said, whoa, you wrote this article last year about the eclipse and freeing the children, lunar and solar eclipse. Gina, you didn't add the link? Add me the link there at the bottom. Whoa. I sure did write that article. You see how things Mandela back and forth between the years because time is not existent? We're assisting ourselves this year. And whenever I wrote that article and when CERN was shut down, and that earth and this earth is just beautiful, you all. That flower and the petals of the worlds are connecting and helping one another. Add the link there, and then let me read your comments, you all. The X shape that Eclipse made off to Africa, yeah. The island, oh, okay, that's what the X that I asked are there. Oh, we gotta keep looking really quick of the rest of them. The island of Sao Tome and Principe, the second smallest and second least populous African sovereign state after Sicilus. What does that mean, Gina? It's a sovereign state. What does that mean? The islands were uninhabited until Portuguese explorers João de Santorum and Pedro Escobar discovered them on December 21st. Wow, bifurcation time. 1470. Gradually colonized and settled throughout the 16th century. Oh. This is what they did. Yeshua just said that the way that they were able to get to our land, even though we unveiled it divinely, Yeshua had to unveil it because they conquered that, and it's just something about that island that allowed for them to enter past the rest of the islands all the way to us in America. Okay. They used the 1221 bifurcation, the Mayan calendar, gradually colonized and settled throughout the 16th century. So this happened before his birth. Yeshua's birth, Yeshua just walked the earth series. They collectively served as a vital commercial and trade center to the Atlantic slave trade. Oh my God. Yeah. Even though I did have an aura session, you all, with an indigenous, say, Black person of Americas, their lineage goes back to they were Black indigenous. That's a real, there's still some Black indigenous. So not all of them came from Africa. The majority of them actually were from here. Watch the World Will Erase of Africa, part 1 and part 2, and then watch the white slave trade to understand that more. Okay, series. And then that's how they did it, you all. Disgusting. Sending love to that island. So then Sao Tome was established in 1493 by Alvaro Caminha, who received the land as a grant from the Crown Principe, was settled in 1500 under a similar arrangement, attracting settlers. Provided difficult, Yeshua came because he knew they were going to start spreading everywhere. He came to save us. However, so attracting settlers proved difficult, however, and most of the earliest inhabitants were undesirables sent from Portugal, most undesirables, which means that they would have been enslaved or jailed men. Sent there too. They did that there too. To watch the I Survive Antarctica series, where we discovered Antarctica, Australia and what they did there, and then the Tierra de Fuego, Argentina. To understand that. Also, they did that to that island. Most Sephardic Jews, 2,000 Jewish children 8 years old and under, were taken from Iberian Peninsula for work on the sugar plantains. There we go. A sovereign state is an independent political entity that has fully authority over its territory, population, government, and its relations with other states. It must have a defined territory, a permanent population, a government free from external control, and the capacity of engage in internal relations. Well, the problem is that it is a sovereign state, but the problem is that the bad guy often is ruling a sovereign state, and it's trying to rule itself on its own by the bad person. Bad men, or most often men. Okay, what else, you all? We're finishing up. What are some of the questions that I asked? Someone else said it. I forgot how many years are between the events that were connected by the alternative current year mentioned in the Philadelphia experiment. Yeah, those would have been playing into effect. Let's think about that some more for those of you who watched the extra sensitive series. How many years are the in between the events that happened connected? Let's see if there was an eclipse that happened then. And then this was, we added the article there, but you could watch that, read that article there on how the eclipses are saving the children. Important article you could read. What else? Let's go back to the eclipses and we'll finish it off with that if we don't come up with more. All right, so what year were we on? We were on 1960 to 1969. Oh, 1943, right? 1943 and 1983 were connecting with the Philadelphia experiment. 1943 and 1983 connected. So we're looking at the eclipses. There was one happened where? Did it happen in, it happened in, okay, down there. South Carolina, right? Florida, North Carolina area, okay. That was 1949 to 1940. And then let's look at, oh yeah, the 1940s. And then something happens right above it too. Did it hit? How high did it hit? Gina, tell us how high this wavelength hit here in 1984. Yes, 1984 to the Philadelphia experiment. You're right. That is crazy. The 20, 40 year increments. Only if you watch the Philadelphia experiment, you understand that. So positive polarizing that. But 1970, 1979, that's that one. There's an X being made here. We can't go into obviously all of them. You guys can study them some more on your own because we're already 2 hours in. 1990 and 1999. Yeah, there was that's the last time that happened. 1999. 1999. Where's the one on 1999? There was an eclipse in 1999 that happened in Lionsgate. I don't see it here. At least when I looked it up. Let me see. Unless I Mandela it out. Let me see. If I look up eclipse during last time eclipse during August. Yeah, August 11, 1999. Why don't they have it listed there? Total eclipse, August 11, 1999. Correct. August 11, 1999. That should be on there. It's interesting they missed that. Why would they not show it here? Huh, they're trying to trick us. Okay, so we'll understand that this is not fully accurate then, sometimes. I'm just gonna go through and just keep going here really quick. Okay. 2020 to the 2029, and there's the X that we saw here in October and here in October 2023, and then, which is hard to do if you notice. It's hard to get them to X one another. And then that happened in the video. I can't quite remember where, but it was very powerful. We watched that. Okay. October 23 to 23, April 8, 2024. And then we got August 2020, August 12th, 2026, that will conclude it for this year with the solar eclipses. And then we're going to see, but that's 2026 to 2029. So is that the last one? Looks like that's going to be the last one, you all. No, it can't be, because there's one in 2027. Why is it not showing the August? Why are you not showing? Okay, well, they're not showing it, but there's one that's going to happen in Egypt next year, 2027. Okay, so it looks like they're missing some. All right, well, that's good. Perfect. All right, we're going to conclude this. All right, guys, we are done. Long video. Let me see if there are any questions and comments I need to answer. We're going to conclude this. Oh, the eclipse in 1984 going over the U.S. There at the, and the Atlantic Ocean does look like it passed by the Philadelphia area. They used an eclipse to get themselves to alter and rip a time space in the time space continuum in 1980, in 1943 to 1984. All right. Watch that to understand. Extra sensitive series. Okay, that is crazy. Something to add on to more of what happened there. Questions, comments? Comments, okay. Thank you for sharing the powerful aura session. The clone is positive, polarized. All the experimented children are saved, and the negative timelines are transmuted completely. Wow. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to that beautiful person and beautiful higher self and all the beautiful benevolent beings who assisted her to do that. Then alternating current helps electricity travel long distance without losing powers. Does. It's wireless, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what we're seeing. We're seeing alternating currents traveling from this time space to this time space. The years are connecting to one another. We're seeing time be non-existent through the waves. Okay? Know that they're picking up each wave with each eclipse. It makes sense that the moon heals us. You charge yourself up with the moon before going to sleep. Yeah, it has worked wonders for you. Absolutely. Do that alongside as well during the day with the sun. Someone said, looks like 2026 solar eclipse portal in the eclipses in the next 10 years. Looks like the 2026 solar eclipse portal in the eclipses in the next 10 years from the North Pole. The first one looks very different from the other 9, which looks like continuing waves, thinking about the stuff while still eating your lunch just blows your mind away. You like this really real. You believe with your whole heart, for sure. For sure. Thank you for your comment. Enjoy your lunch. And I'm going to go eat my lunch. All right, you guys, 3:13 here. Perfect time to conclude this video. Thank you for your questions and comments. I will see you all in a couple weeks, okay? Again, I won't be here for the next couple weeks on Friday lives. Do sign up to my newsletter. We'll be still posting information. And then every day, follow me on any social media. I'm everywhere, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, but my social medias to get the information. YouTube, my community there, I post. Patreon, good place to be at. Rising Phoenix Research School, you get my emails, and sign up to my newsletter on the risingphoenixaurora.com. Keep communications, you all. It's going to be big, big, big. Get ready. Watch to prepare for this Lionsgate video. Number 1, you all, watch all other Lionsgate videos in my playlist. Okay? So you could get ready because all those other videos tell you how to prepare for the Lionsgate, and they tell you what's happened every year. It's very real. Very real. We're going to say unreal, but very real what has been happening. Thank you for being here. I love you, honor you, and respect you. You are so loved and cherished. You are incredible. Thank you for understanding this content. Hit subscribe and like right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's dance it off for a second. Let's go. Let's go. Vámonos. Let me find a fast pacing one.
Pero se siente. Te fuiste diciendo que me superaste, que conseguiste nueva.
Oh, I like this one. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. All right, this is Carol G. She's Colombian. Come on. Come on. Dance with me.
Baby, ¿qué más? Hace rato que no sé nada de ti. Estaba con alguien, pero ya estoy free. Puesta para revivir viejo tiempo. No salgo
Waves. Do waves. Ah, waves like the eclipses.
Ya hace rato que no sé nada de ti.
Come on, stand up. Do a wave. Come on, guys. All right, let's go. Finish it up. Come on, guys.
Papi, nos perdemos, nos percamos y lo prendemos para la seca el bebemos y cuando nos emborrachemos nada de reggaetón ponemos y nos vamos a donde nos podemos querer y nos podemos comer. Baby, ¿qué más? Hace rato que no sé nada.
All right, guys. See y'all next time. Hit subscribe. Go dance. Spread those waves, all those years, all those decades, all that we spoke of, spread them everywhere. Whew. The world is spinning. Love you, honor you, and respect you. See you next time. Whatever way you found me, you are here because you're meant to come here to the Chicago Rising Phoenix Mystery School Wellness Center. Come meet me. Come. You'll love it. You'll love it. Join us every 4 months when I host the retreats. Let me know if you have any questions. Write in the comments.